Everybody wants more leads online because it's really the most scalable way to get leads. You've got leads coming in, whether you're sleeping, whether you're working. And if you can set up a system to get a lot of leads online, you're going to be one of the businesses winning. So in this video, I just want to show you the 3 different steps that you need to take to get a consistent flow of quality leads completely from the internet without relying on referrals or spending a ton of money on ads. So let's get right into it. Now I know what you're thinking. Okay, that sounds way too good to be true. And I think it is for a lot of people, but only because they're not willing to do the work needed to get this set up. There's essentially 2 camps here, okay? And I'm gonna break down the steps in a second, but you really need to understand this first. There's 2 camps here, all right? There's paid ads or paid leads, I guess, and there's organic leads. And I'd say most businesses that are hitting a wall right now, most outdoor living contractors who are hitting a wall, are in the organic leads, but it's referral or word of mouth. Now, what these mean is essentially you pay for these, you don't pay for these. These come in organically, these come in when you pay for them. A lot of businesses can hit a certain point off of referrals or off of word of mouth. Somebody refers them a new customer, somebody refers them their neighbor, you go door knock, you get the neighbor. Like, these are organic, okay? But this isn't online, and so it's a lot less scalable. Now, paid leads, you're constantly paying money to acquire these leads, and this isn't gonna change. No matter how much you spend, you're still gonna be stuck paying for these leads. Now, this is great because you get instant leads, and you can turn it on. You don't have to build any authority or any reputation. Now, I have a ton of videos talking about how to do this and how to get a lot of leads like this, but this is not a permanent solution. If you're relying on paid ads as your permanent solution, you're not building a strong enough business. You're like, what do you mean? If you have a strong business that's bringing in organic leads, you're not tied to the ads, and the ads are kind of like fuel to the fire. You've already built up a baseline. Now you've got a lot of people who are following you, who want to work with you, who are interested in your services, and you don't have to give Facebook or Google money for them to see you. Now, paid ads just amplify what you're already doing. But in this video, I really want to focus on the organic side and the 3 steps that you can do to get more leads online, okay? So the first thing, the number 1 thing you need to do to build this system of getting leads online is build out the foundation. Okay, and the foundation really consists of, like, I would say 3 things. So we've got your foundation, and 1, you have your website, okay? Number 1, website. Number 2 is your Google business profile. Right now, this is a huge thing. This might change in the future, but your Google business profile, getting this set up and getting this optimized. And then number 3 is going to be your social media, okay? And when you have all 3 of these checked off, you've built up the foundation. The foundation is essentially how you're going to be attracting customers completely organically. They're gonna find your website organically through SEO. They're gonna find your Google business profile through GBP optimization. They're gonna find your social media through referrals, through search, or from people sharing it. And if you can do that organically, you've got people landing here, and here's the $sign, this is when you make money, and then going here. You got people landing here and then going here, and then here and going here. And in a perfect world, none of this has anything to do with paid ads. You're not paying money to get here. This is organic, okay? And so first thing first, set these up. Build a good website. Now, misconception, my website needs to be sexy, it needs to be dynamic, it needs to have a lot of cool graphics and stuff needs to move. That's wrong. Make it freaking simple. We're not on websites to be entertained. It's not like look, in the early 2000s, a website that was like that was just amazing. It's like, oh my gosh, this is a real business. Like, this is amazing. We would be really caught on to those things. And now literally everybody has it. So it's not as important as it used to be. It's not gonna help you stand out as much as it used to. The biggest thing is speed and content. So if you can build a website quickly and you can get lots of good content, not just GPT bullshit, like real good content from your own words, from your own expertise. Use it as a tool, but create the fucking content. Don't be lazy. Like, think about this is a hot take, but if every single competitor of yours is just regurgitating ChatGPT blog posts, are any of them gonna stand out? No. Like, Google actively is getting filters to push this out, right? Everything is getting filters to figure out what's authentic, what's bullshit, and push it out. So don't be lazy on this, right? Get it done quickly, but don't be lazy. So build your website, and that's your foundation. Build your Google business profile. Right now, this is how people are discovering you on Google as an actual local service business. Now, the things that make this better are your blog posts and your optimizations and how much you're posting on here, your pictures, your reviews, all of that good stuff. But get it set up so it can start getting indexed, and link your website so the stuff you talk about on your website shows up on your Google business profile. This is a thing a lot of people don't understand, is they create a Google business profile and then they have a website, but their website doesn't talk about their service areas. It doesn't talk about what they do. It doesn't talk about any of those things. And then they're just blown away that their Google business profile doesn't attract people. And it's like, well, your website doesn't really say what you do. How is Google supposed to know? Okay. Number 3, your social media. Look, create an account everywhere that you can and post on it as often as you can. I recently went from 1 post a day to 10 posts a day. I thought, oh my gosh, this is gonna blow up everything. Like, I'm not gonna get pushed. It doesn't matter. Our 48-hour average views on just YouTube went from like 1,000 to 2,500 when we were doing 5 a day to now like over 10,000 every 48 hours. It's just, you're building a huge baseline. So post everywhere you can as often as you can. And that's different for everybody based on the resources that you have. It's going to be very different. But I recommend Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, LinkedIn as the main 5. And then there's others that you can get on. But if you can just do these main 5 and post on them consistently, you're going to win. A lot of people think, oh, well, my audience isn't on TikTok. That's not true. Like, they're everywhere. I promise you, you're already creating the content. Just put the content everywhere. Like, just please trust me on this one, okay? That's all I can say. All right. So once you have these 3 things set up, you've set up your website, right? Your Google business profile, your social media, all right? The second thing is you need to start ranking organically. All right, you have the foundation set up, but now we need to actually start ranking. And what we need to understand to know how this works is how we rank. We rank on expertise. Google, it used to be an EAT model is what they called it. Expertise, authority, and I can't remember what the T stands for. I'm not a big blogger. I used to be. Expertise, authority, and T, something. Anyway, that used to be the model for ranking, and it still is heavy in this day, but now we've just got a lot more AI, okay? So you've got your step 1, you've got your foundation. Now we need to start ranking it, and we're gonna do it by expertise and authority. That's really the biggest thing. So 2 is ranking, again, organically, because we can pay Google $1,000 a month to show us first for a certain search word. Like, we can do that. We can rank paid, but we don't want to do that. We want to rank organically, and that's how we're going to win. Okay. So and now this ranking is for every platform. So on our website, on our Google business profile, and on our social media. And we're going to show expertise, we're going to show authority, and we do this by answering frequently asked questions and breaking false beliefs. Our customers, here, just think about this with me, okay? Your customer doesn't know you exist. There are tons of people in your area who do what you do. They install pergolas, they install turf, they install pavers, they build badass backyards. Like, there are tons of people in your area, and your customer doesn't know the name of your company. And so therefore they can't search for your company because they don't know the name of it. So they're either searching for contractors near me, pool builders near me, outdoor living contractors, like they're searching for those things. And if your website doesn't mention any of those things, if your social media doesn't mention any of those things, there's no way for you to show up. On the flip side, if you take a step back, they're also searching for the things that you do. How much do pavers cost? Why, like, what's a good type of paver? Should I get natural stone for my pool. How deep should my pool be? How big can my pool be? What's the difference of an in-ground pergola versus an above-ground pergola? Like all of these things are asking these questions. You, as the expert, have the opportunity to show up here. So the way that we do this for our clients is we help them create content that answers frequently asked questions and breaks false beliefs. And then ultimately build out a bunch of pages and content that talk about the service area, and the services. Now, you do these things with content. That's the only way to do it, is with content. Content can be written, it can be audio, it can be video. So a blog post is a written piece of content that answers frequently asked questions on your website. A TikTok that answers a frequently asked question is on your social media, right? A blog post talking about the areas that you service is a service area post for your website and your Google business profile. A video talking about how you install swimming pools is a service post on your social media. Does that make sense? So these are really your 4 pillars here, and these are the places that you place them. These are where you put them. And when you have all of this content, the way that I like to think about it is, I wish I had a better way, but essentially you're floating in space, okay? And nobody knows you exist, but everyone else that you compete with is floating in space. And your customer is sending missiles through space. Every time they search for something, they're sending a missile through space. Space is huge, and the chance of them hitting your little asteroid or your little piece of content is very unlikely unless you have a ton of it. So the visual for that is like, this is space, right? And this is your little blog post, and this is your customer or your competitor's blog post, and this blog post, and this social media video, and this social media. Actually, okay, let's just say these are all your competitors. So your competitor makes videos, your competitor makes blog posts, your competitor does all of these things. Now, your customer is searching for these things, and they're sending a missile through the internet. And sometimes they don't find what they're looking for, and sometimes they do. And the way that you win is by creating so much freaking content. Blog post here, a video here, blog post here, Google business profile post here, a post here, blog post, video, blog post, another page on your blog post, another video here, a YouTube video, a TikTok video, an Instagram video, a Facebook video. You see what I mean here? So now, when your customer is searching for something that you do, they have a chance to hit it. They have a chance that you're the face that they hit. You're not always going to be the face, but when you put out so much content, do you see how easy it is to hit your freaking content? That's what you're doing. So you're putting all of this out here. Nobody's going to see it at first. Typically, it's going to take 9 months to index for searchability on Google, on YouTube. It's a big long-term indexing, but once it's indexed, you're here in the playing field. You're here in space, I guess. And the more content you have out there, the better. The more likely it is for them to find your content. Because once they find your content, now you've got people coming to you organically. You've got leads coming to you organically. Some of you guys who have a website that's 20 years old and you have some content on there, you probably get pretty good results from it. And it's because that's been ranked, that's been indexed, your domain authority has grown over time, and you just keep winning, okay? So that's step number 2. Step number 3 is to document, don't create. And this is essentially how you can take jobs and projects that you're already doing and get more content for your website, your blog post, your social media, your Google My Business profile without really overthinking it. You're already doing the work, you might as well put it out there. So step 3 is to document instead of create. And here's what that means. For me, it would be incredibly hard for me to make a video for a homeowner and show them the benefits of an in-floor cleaning system. It would be like I could draw it on my little whiteboard. I could try to explain it, right? But it would be very hard for me to do that. be easy for you to do that because you're already doing it. You're already putting that in. You're already putting the stuff there. And so a big thing I hear with outdoor living contractors is like, oh, well, it needs to be perfect. And it's like, that's totally not true. I promise you it's not. Like, they want to see the system. They want to see how messy it is. They want to understand what goes into it. They want to understand every aspect of this project. And you have the opportunity to document it instead of create it. So you're already doing the thing, so you should be documenting it. What this means is walks, right? Job site walks, where you're walking around and you're saying, all right, so we're just about to do the shotcrete right now. This is how it's set up. This is what's gonna happen. Here's a little video. You're just walking and talking and explaining that. One of the best videos for one of my clients was a video of him kicking up quarter minus, like from a pile, and just kind of bitching about it. Like, hey, quarter minus sucks. Like, here's why I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna put it in a bag. I'm gonna go do it. Like, that video did really well. Instead of it being so perfect and him explaining it with perfect scripts and things like that. People want the reality. So you, as a contractor, have the opportunity to walk the job and explain things and show what goes into it and just break it down as you go. The other thing you can do is show how and why. How does this happen? How does this work? And why does it work? Why does it happen? You're the expert and you're already doing the stuff, so you can walk it, you can explain it. You just have such a huge opportunity here for content on that end, okay? The other thing is just talking about in progress, like the things that are in progress, you can show it, you don't have to create it, it's already there, you're already showing it. And the third thing is getting testimonials from the homeowner. Hey, what has it been like working with us so far? Now, make sure they're gonna say somewhat good things about you, but what has it been like working with us so far, right? What did you think about the experience? How has it been so far? You can get all of that information from them. So the bottom line is that you're already doing this stuff. And when you can walk the job and you create a video, this is gonna help you get found organically. When you explain how something works or why something works, this is gonna help you get found organically. When you show the behind the scenes, you show the in progress, you explain it, you break it down, this is gonna help you get found organically. And when you give real raw testimonials while things are happening, you're gonna get found organically, and it's ultimately going to build trust. So these are the 3 steps for you to attract people online completely organically. This is so you don't have to spend money on ads. Now, I did a ton of videos and a more in-depth free training on how you can build your business online and just do consistent lead generation organically and with ads. Right now, we're getting our clients like 200 to 300 leads per month with only a $50 to $100 a day ad spend. It's actually insane. And you can use that whole system by watching the free training video I put together. There's also a ton of free content on the channel. If you want us to work with you, we work with outdoor living contractors across the US. There's a button. Let's just hop on a quick discovery call and see if it's a good fit, see if we can even help you out. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next video.